Just last week, some of the biggest news the gaming industry has heard in probably years happened, and chances are you heard it, so I won't bore you with all the facts again, but this acquisition of Activision by Microsoft is easily the biggest thing that happened in CoD in years, and single-handedly changes the entirety of CoD and every other Activision franchise. Now, this deal won't be going through until next year, so we're stuck with Activision CoDs for another year, but 2023 and afterwards is something that's going to be super interesting to see. Now, I believe the entire thing is going to change from how you play CoD to how CoD is made. For sure, Microsoft puts CoD onto Game Pass from the new games to all the old ones like Black Ops 2, World at War, and all those old ones. There's just absolutely no way they don't do that because the benefits are just too significant. Just being able to pay the $15 a month or however much it is for the hundreds of games already on Game Pass and CoD games that just came out and older ones like BO2 is just something too good to not do. And it's a good thing because that means more people are going to play older CoDs because they're more accessible and not full price a decade later. This will definitely drown out some cheaters and give those games a small community again, which will allow people to get back and play those games and enjoy themselves. Personally, I'm looking forward to that because playing BO2 on Xbox without cheaters sounds out of this world currently. And while yes, we do have plutonium and third-party sources, this is just different because it will actually be like official. And with this, you can make all the DLC free as well, so literally everyone and anyone can play. And for new CoDs, Microsoft can really shake up the formula that is the yearly CoD we know now. There is reports that Microsoft is thinking of ditching the yearly CoD cycle, which please, I am begging for. Give the devs some time to make their game work and be polished fully. All we really need is a game to come out with a full year's worth of content and then be constantly updated until the next CoD. Really, the only problem I do see here is people that are a little too used to yearly CoDs that just don't want to have to do things longer. For example, let's say the Mastery camo. These camos aren't necessarily hard to get, but they are time consuming. But they aren't incredibly time consuming. They take maybe a couple of weeks to get if you put in the grind. With a CoD that lasts 2 years though, the Mastery camos would have to take months to get, and that's where the problem comes into place. CoD players don't have that kind of patience and dedication to work for something for that long. So for hardcore players, there might be some problems, but for casual players and just other people that just want to hop on and enjoy yourself, I see absolutely no problem with a 2-year CoD if they just keep updating it. Really, just make a CoD game that's good, that's filled to the brim with content and SBMM that doesn't make people want to pull their hair out, and some competitive aspects to the game off rip, and then you have a game that can last several years. One thing I can't see Microsoft doing though is the Halo route, where they make the CoD multiplayers free alongside Warzone. With this, you give more people access to the game and you could do more. Granted, Halo Infinite has its fair shares of problems, but I think if Microsoft can learn from those problems and improve on it, this can just truly work and be really good for the franchise. And of course, you do need that competitive aspect to the game as well, just like Halo Infinite. Call of Duty competitive is arguably the backbone of the community. Without the comp community, the games would be a lot worse than they are now, or just in general. But with these new CoDs, just have tournaments running off the rip from launch, team skins in the game at launch, and a league play that bangs at launch. Over time, you can find your GAs and limit them in league play to polish off that mode to reach that perfect competitive mode, but there's a reason Halo competitive blew up in a month with Infinite, and if Microsoft can do that with CoD, I think that would explode the game back into its former spotlight. And with this, you can rework the CDL as well and make it actually be good like the CWL, two different things if you don't know. And then what you could do is you could run HCS tournaments and CDL tournaments together, just like in the MLG days. Overall though, this new deal that Microsoft has can change the future of CoD for the better. Microsoft has proved that they are willing to improve their games and make them fun, and to do this with CoD would be the break we need. With a better environment all around, everyone will win. And that's only for CoD. There's so many more IPs Activision owns that Microsoft will now have access to that the future of gaming is just looking bright overall. Of course though, we can only speculate until things actually happen because actions are louder than words. But who knows for the future of this deal though. And finally, for once, I can actually say that I'm hopeful for CoD, and that CoD can make a 180 and be incredibly fun again. If you did enjoy the video though, make sure not to leave without leaving a like and subscribing for more. But until next time, see ya.